Breaking news. The Atlanta Falcons are making headlines as they gear up for an exciting 2025 season. There's a lot to unpack, so stay tuned. But first, hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Terry Fontenot's performance as general manager? Some say it's time for a change, while others think he's the right man for the job. Let me know your take. Now let's dive into the latest updates. The Falcons are shaking things up by reshaping their defensive coaching staff. Just yesterday, the team announced two key hires, Mike Rutenberg as the new defensive passing game coordinator and Nate Ali as the defensive line coach. Both will work under Jeff Ulbrich, the recently reappointed defensive coordinator. These changes are bringing fresh energy and experience to a defense looking to rebound after a tough 2024 season. If you've been following the Falcons, you know that Jeff Ulbrich's return has sparked plenty of buzz among fans and analysts. But today, let's focus on the new additions to the coaching team. Mike Rutenberg and Nate Ali are no strangers to success. Both have worked with Ulbrich before during their time with the New York Jets, and their familiarity could play a big role in building a strong, unified coaching staff in Atlanta. Mike Rutenberg's journey to this role is a story of hard work and dedication. He started his career as a player personnel intern with Washington in 2003 and has steadily climbed the coaching ranks. Most recently, he was the linebacker coach for the New York Jets, a position he held for 4 years. Under his leadership, the Jets' defense transformed from one of the league's worst in 2021 to a top 4 unit in yards allowed by 2022. This turnaround highlights his talent for improving defensive strategies, something the Falcons desperately need. Meanwhile, Nate Ali is a rising star in the NFL coaching world. His career began in 2019 with the Philadelphia Eagles as an assistant defensive line coach. Since then, he's worked with teams like the Indianapolis Colts and Houston Texans, earning a reputation for developing talented defensive linemen and instilling a culture of hard work, accountability, and innovation. Nate Ali's appointment as the Falcons' defensive line coach marks a crucial step toward addressing one of the team's biggest weaknesses, its pass rush. In 2024, the Falcons ranked 31st in sacks, a glaring issue that needs immediate attention. The synergy between Mike Rutenberg, Nate Ali, and Jeff Ulbrich is promising. With years of collaboration already under their belts, this trio has the potential to bring discipline, creativity, and a fresh perspective to Atlanta's defense. But let's not underestimate the challenges ahead. The Falcons' defense struggled across multiple areas last season, finishing near the bottom of the league in categories like passing touchdowns allowed and sacks. Fixing these issues will require more than strong coaching. It will take smart roster upgrades and flawless execution on game day. Every great team needs a strong defensive identity. While some fans question whether Jeff Ulbrich and his team can establish one, the Falcons front office is clearly putting its faith in these hires to turn things around. The additions of Rutenberg and Ali signal a push for innovation while keeping a foundation of trust and familiarity. It's a delicate balance, but if executed well, it could lead to major improvements. Moving forward, the Falcons' defensive line and secondary will be under the microscope. Rutenberg's expertise in defending the pass will be crucial to tightening up a unit that struggled to contain offenses through the air. Meanwhile, Ali's ability to develop pass rushers could unlock the potential of players like Arnold Ebiketie and Taquan Graham, giving Atlanta the edge it needs to pressure opposing quarterbacks consistently. Looking ahead, draft and free agency. One of the most exciting storylines to watch will be how these coaching hires shape the Falcons' strategy in the draft and free agency. With clear needs in the pass rush and secondary, General Manager Terry Fontenot faces a pivotal offseason. Will the Falcons use their draft capital to select a game-changing edge rusher, Or will they target seasoned veterans in free agency for an immediate boost? These decisions will play a huge role in defining the team's 2025 trajectory. Jeff Ulbrich, as the architect of this defense, is another key figure to watch. While some critics question his ability to create a distinct identity for the defense, his track record suggests he has the skills to build a cohesive unit. His familiarity with Rutenberg and Ali adds an element of stability, but ultimately, it's the on-field results that will determine the success of this coaching overhaul. Falcons fans are hungry for a defense that can do more than just compete. They want a unit that can dominate, rising to the challenge. The pressure is on Jeff Ulbrich and his coaching staff to deliver results. One thing is certain: the Atlanta Falcons are not content with mediocrity. These coaching changes demonstrate a commitment to progress and an understanding that transformation is necessary to compete at the highest level. As the offseason unfolds, anticipation is building. Will this revamped staff provide the spark the Falcons' defense desperately needs? What do you think of these hires? Are Mike Rutenberg and Nate Ali the right pieces to elevate Atlanta's defense? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Special teams, a season of highs and lows. The 2024 season was a roller coaster for the Falcons' special teams. While there were moments that had fans cheering, there were just as many that left them frustrated. The inconsistency, particularly in the kicking game, was a major issue. The numbers speak for themselves. Younghoe and Riley Patterson combined for a field goal success rate of just 70.7%, the Falcons' lowest since 2009. Koo, known as one of the NFL's most reliable kickers, struggled with injuries throughout the season and was sidelined in Week 16. Unfortunately, Patterson couldn't provide much relief. This inconsistency in the kicking game cost the Falcons dearly in close matches. Consider the two games against the Saints. In Week 4, Koo hit a career-long 58-yard field goal to secure a thrilling victory for Atlanta. But in the Week 10 rematch, he went just 1 for 4, and the Falcons lost by 3 points. Games like these can define a season, and missed kicks played a significant role in the team's 8-9 record. Head coach Raheem Morris didn't shy away from addressing the problem. "Obviously, we missed a lot of kicks this year," Morris said. "That can't happen. We've got to find ways to make those kicks. That certainly contributes to not winning the number of games you want to win." He's absolutely right, and improving this area will be a top priority heading into 2025. Bright spots in special teams. Despite the struggles in the kicking game, the special teams unit had its share of highlights. Kader Al-Hajj, who earned a Pro Bowl nod, made a game-changing play in Week 4 by recovering a punt in the end zone for a touchdown. In Week 13, Kevin King sniffed out a fake punt by the Chargers, while Bradley Pinion put on a clinic in Week 15, pinning 4 punts inside the Raiders' 10-yard line. These moments prove how impactful special teams can be when everything comes together. Special teams standouts. The return game was a bright spot for the Falcons in 2024. Avery Williams averaged an impressive 27.2 yards per kickoff return, while Ray McCloud III wasn't far behind at 25.8 yards per return. These contributions consistently gave the Falcons' offense solid field position, showcasing just how important special teams can be. It's often called the third phase of the game, and for good reason. It's just as crucial as offense and defense. Younghoe Koo's comeback question. Looking ahead to 2025, there's one major question hovering over the special teams. How will Younghoe Koo bounce back from his hip injury? Koo has been a key player for the Falcons since joining the team in 2019. Remember his stellar back-to-back seasons in 2020 and 2021 when he made over 90% of his field goals? Even in 2022 and 2023, he maintained a strong success rate of 86.5%. But 2024 was a tough year. His field goal success rate dropped to a concerning 73.5%, raising doubts about his reliability moving forward. General Manager Terry Fontenot recently addressed the situation. With Koo, I know him personally, and he feels the same frustration we all feel. He's going to work hard to get back to the high standard he's maintained for most of his career. As a staff, we need to support him, but we also have to bring in competition at every position to ensure we're enhancing the team overall. That last part, bringing in competition, could be the key. Koo has proven he can be elite, but the Falcons need a reliable backup plan if he struggles again. Big decisions ahead. The Falcons also have some important choices to make in free agency. Key special teams contributors like Cotterill Hodge, Avery Williams, and Riley Patterson are all set to hit the open market. Will the team re-sign them, or will they bring in fresh talent to strengthen the unit? What about Bradley Pinion? He had a solid season as a punter and kickoff specialist. Keeping players like Pinion could provide much-needed stability for the special teams unit. Your thoughts matter. All right, Falcons fans, it's time for you to weigh in. Should the Falcons stick with Younghoe, or is it time to explore other options? How confident are you in the special teams group heading into 2025? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a Falcons update. Go Falcons!